Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Third installment of Scott's Selections here for Saturday, November 30th. For again, today's play of the day. Quick recap of what happened yesterday. Had a loss in the NBA with Jakob Poeltl under 13.5 points and minus 110 on BetMGM. Wasn't close. Poeltl historically was awful against Miami, but that was not the case yesterday as he owned this team. Ended up having, I believe it was 20-something points. Missed one shot in the entire game. He was incredible. Arguably his best game of the entire season. Point is, though, not even close as the Heat were good against, I'd say, teams in the paint recently. Not so much yesterday as Toronto did score 60-plus points in the paint. Bad read. Look for a winner here on Saturday. For the extra play, though, want to remind everyone to get more plays at the website. So when you go to the Whiners website, use the promo code WEH4US5 to get a quarter for purchase. Plus, a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell to get notified there's an episode. And for the extra play, going to football, go look at a matchup in college between Air Force and San Diego State, taking place at around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember this game, to go with the road team, you're going to go with Air Force, minus 4.5 and minus 115 on BetMGM. Time recording of 2 a.m. Eastern Time. So coverage, I'm going to go with the Falcons here on the road. First reason, Air Force has been good lately, and San Diego State has really not been. Air Force was really bad to start the year. They started the year 1-7. However, they have started to figure it out a little bit. Really young roster, took some time to get going, but they've won 3 straight, and they were able to beat Nevada last week by 3. Should have been by 10. Gave up a touchdown there in garbage time with 4 seconds left, but Air Force did look good defensively in that game. Plus, they also didn't complete a pass, and they won the game, so we know that the rushing attack for Air Force is alive and well. I see that being a pretty successful formula for this game as well. The San Diego State, though, has been really bad defensively lately. They have allowed at least 41 points in 3 of their last 4 games. Gave up 41 to Utah State last week and gave up 41 to UNLV in the week prior. Defensively, this team's in shambles. Offensively, not good either, as you're looking at the Aztecs scoring less than 22 points in 3 straight games. So you're looking at a spot where this team has really been just underwhelming, and I do think fading a team in free fall is a pretty good option, especially with a team that's kind of peaking at the right time here with Air Force. And the defense for Air Force, though, has been good. They have allowed less than 22 points in 4 of their last 5 games. And you're looking at San Diego State, who really can't stop the run at all. I see a really bad matchup for the Aztecs in this one. Now, for the actual ground game stats, Air Force with the triple option attack is still very good at running. Not as good as recent years, but they've been better lately, as they have averaged the 8th most rushing yards per game in the country this season. San Diego State, though, really bad against the run, allowing the 13th most rushing yards per game. So I do think with this mismatch, you might see Air Force dominate the ball in terms of time possession and the trenches, and they should be able to run the ball down this team's throats. For time possession, though, Air Force does rank 3rd in the country in time possession, while the Aztecs do rank 8th worst in the country. So I think Air Force will be able to sustain some long drives, maybe a couple 15-play drives, taking up like 7-8 minutes off the clock. You look at the Aztecs, though, really not great offensively, and they've been struggling to actually move the chains consistently on drives. I do think that's going to result in a pretty ugly scoreline by game's end. Maybe it's close for a little while, but I think that Air Force will be able to once again dominate the trenches. We saw that last week, not recording a single pass and still winning the game outright. I think tells you this team is starting to regain its identity a little bit. You're looking at Calhoun as a good coach. You're looking at Lewis, who has really not worked out so far in his first year at San Diego State. I think you're looking at a spot where Air Force should be able to dominate the overall, I'd say, game itself in terms of physicality and in terms of, I think, coaching. But you're looking at Air Force, who has kind of switched quarterbacks mid-season. It's worked out. I think they'll look sharp once again in road to another road win in this game. But you're looking at the actual head-to-head numbers, and you're looking at Air Force kind of owning the last 2 meetings, as Air Force did win the last 2 meetings by 10-plus points. Face of last year at home, and Air Force did win the game 49-10. But with a really bad ground defense and with an elite rushing attack coming into town, and you're looking at the Aztecs, who have given up 41-plus points in 3 of the last 4 games. I just have too many questions about this Aztecs team. Give me Air Force to win this game by, if I had to guess, 7 maybe. If they routed them, it wouldn't totally shock me. But until I see San Diego State stop the run in any capacity, I'm not going to take them to be competitive in this game. So once again, the play here for Saturday is going to be on Air Force minus the 4.5 at minus 115 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.